this time of year can be especially hectic, and staying organized is key to saving time and reducing stress. Teresa Bowman with Shelf Genie of Seattle is back with smart storage solutions to help you maximize your space and simplify your daily routine. Hello again.
Hello.
So this time of year, I feel like I'm always thinking about organizing and what I can do. For those who aren't familiar with Shelf Genie, what makes your approach to home organization so unique?
So what we do is, like, if you have a great kitchen or bathroom, but when you open your cabinet doors, it's a different story. Maybe it's not so great. And so you've seen the idea of pullouts, but they're simple, impactful, but it does require time, tools, and a lot more intentionality. And what we do is, if you just need someone who's an expert at designing your space for how it would best work out for you, build it for you, install it for you professionally, like that's like our main bread and butter of what we offer.
One-stop shop. And let's talk kitchen cabinets. What are the most common storage challenges that you tend to see over and over?
Oh gosh, like for the very basics, like your deep lower cabinets, I see folks that just maybe use the first 2/3 or half of their space, and then the other option is they have a half shelf. I don't know if you have a half shelf in your cabinet, and so if, like, the half shelf is great if you have a tall appliance like a KitchenAid or a Vitamix, but if you want to use the full second level, it's fantastic. That way it's not wasted surface area. But if it makes sense, because we're checking for your volume of inventory, maybe at a third level, and then dare I say a fourth level, so that way you don't have to stack your bowls.
And that's what we're seeing right there, right? The glide outs, 4 levels.
Yep.
I did not know that that was a thing. This is awesome.
Yeah, serious bakers, if you have the things, but then it's like, oh, I have to remove this stack just to get to the thing that's like almost to the bottom. So you're pretty much unpacking just to get to the thing you want to use, and it kind of steals from like what you're trying to do.
It's so nice to actually see what you have, because I'm always rummaging and getting way back there, and I feel like with something like that, you can actually see the inventory, which is so important. Pantries can be a real pain point too. How can Shelf Genie help with this?
Yeah, so what we normally see with those, we might see some wire racks or even just like some static shelves where you might have 4 or 5 levels. And a lot of people invest in baskets, and then it still gets cluttered just because you don't really have a home for things. And so what we'll do is, when we design, we'll look at what you have. Is it dog food? Do you want to co-locate like items?
We see little dogs there, cute.
Co-locate like items with like items, so you know, like, hey, level 4 is my snacks, level 3 is my cans, my sauces are here, my cereals are here. And every item has a place for when you're putting it away or when you want to access it.
So really any space, like we're looking at there with the pantry, you can work any like narrow space. If it's deep, you can really custom the space.
Exactly. So we custom build to the nearest millimeter, and that could be for, like you mentioned, how narrow, how wide, and we have rails that can take on some real deep areas. And so the great advantage of that is we also have a standard of holding 100 pounds, even at full extension.
Whoa.
So if you're looking at things like a collection of beans, or it could be olive oils, balsamic vinegars, or if you shop at Costco, or even just have a buffet of liquor, especially with the holidays or just anything that you celebrate coming up.
So you don't need a standard size for cabinets, because I feel like sometimes that would deter someone if they were like, oh, well, this isn't going to work.
No, not at all. We custom build to the nearest millimeter, so it's great for unique spaces, especially if you have custom cabinets or it's an older home that maybe doesn't have the standard dimensions that we see today, or even spaces that you wouldn't suspect to use.
Yeah, and so I want to talk about those spaces, like under the sink, like unused areas like that.
Yeah.
How do you design that? Like, what goes through your process?
So, like, it's great that, folks are just like, I need to create more space, I just don't know how. And this is an overlooked area because they think, I need to just avoid it because there's plumbing, there might be filters, there might be some, like, even with cooktops. And so with that, since we custom build to the nearest millimeter, we'll look at what you're storing. Do you want to keep your cleaning items in the area? Do you want to keep your sponges? Do you want to maybe keep your countertops clear? Because we do have a melamine coating for moisture and scratch resistance.
Cool.
So if you wanted to keep your countertops clear, even in this area, you could keep it safe in your pullouts under the sink.
You have something really cool too in a kitchen that I didn't realize until we were chatting about baking and the holiday season for a KitchenAid. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so a lot of the biggest goals that we see is to just remove their appliances off the countertop. And so we do have an option where we can install a KitchenAid mixer lift, and we install that into your lower cabinet. So that way when you want to use it, you literally just lift it up, plug it in, use it, bake what you want, clean it up, and then put it back down.
and forget about it. Tell me about the install. Walk us through the process.
Yeah, so our installs, it's nothing compared to a renovation, because like renovations in comparison, right? Like I'd say we're a fraction of the cost, a fraction of the time, and our installers, they are certified. And so our guys, we believe that the guys that are going to do the installation should also do the measurement. So we measure twice, cut once. Our guys have been doing this for over a decade, and we're a small local team that's been serving the area for over 10 years. And they go according to our millimeter measurements, and they will also check to make sure that everything's going to jive once it's installed. And it's also same day. So you're not having to deal with a kitchen displacement for weeks or months. Like you just know that, hey, I'm coming on this day. I can expect that it's going to take this many hours, and you'll be done and ready to use your space when they're done.
I love that, because everyone knows that a remodel never takes as long as you think it's going to
Right.
take. So thank you so much, Teresa, for being here. And we love this ahead of the holiday season. And Shelf Genie has a special offer for New Day viewers. The first 15 callers will receive a free professional design consultation and free installation. Just call the number that you see right there on your screen.
New Day Northwest is sponsored by Shelf Genie.